Biden's previous backers, an advocate for minority farmers, has decided not to support the president's reelection campaign. John Boyd Jr. is a fourth-generation farmer and the founder and president of the National Black Farmers Association. He says President Biden has failed to protect Americans from foreclosures and has not kept other promises. John Boyd Jr. joins me now. Good to talk to you again. I want to start, though, with quoting your glowing endorsement from the 2020 campaign of then candidate Biden. You wrote here, he has the smarts to want to invest in new loans and credits to make it easier to start and run a farm in the U.S. And Joe has the humility and conscience to strive to start righting the wrongs of slavery and segregation that have for too long cut black farmers off from their lands and out of the American dream. What changed?
Well, basically, the administration dropped the ball here, i.e. the president. The last time I saw the president at the White House during the 4th of July ceremony, he said that he would have a sit-down meeting to discuss ways to get relief to the 16,000 black and other farmers of color who were promised 120% debt relief. The meeting hasn't happened. The black farmers didn't get the debt relief. And I've been pressing this administration about fixing farm foreclosures. Just this week alone out in Oklahoma, we have a farmer out there losing 800 acres, Victor, right now, and the administration hasn't done anything to stop these farm foreclosures. We can't afford to lose another farmer based on the administration not fixing the problems that we know faced us right now today. You talked about land loss. Yeah. Just last year alone, we lost 10,000 farmers right here in the United States, and we're sending money to Ukraine hand over fist to the tune of $80 billion, helping Ukraine farmers. We provided them with seed and fertilizer and farm equipment, things I've been asking this administration to do right here to help black and other farmers of color, and they refuse to do nothing to help us.
So you say nothing to help us. Is this the case when you started with the president has dropped the ball? Is this the president has tried, the administration has tried, and because of political realities has not been able to get the money to black farmers? Of course, we know of the repeal of the monies in the American Rescue Plan. There was something that was supposed to be replacing that. Or is he not trying from your perspective?
He's not trying. If he was trying, Victor, the first thing they would do is grant the meeting. I mean, come on. Here's a leading activist that went out and asked 120,000 black farmers to vote for you. And I can promise you almost 99% of them did. First of all, you have to open up the lines of communication. There hasn't been one meeting with the Agriculture Secretary, Tom Vilsack, since he's been confirmed. The communication isn't there. The want to, in my opinion, isn't there to fix this. And the administration can do a lot better if we stop helping others and start taking a hard look at the hardships that we have right here in the United States and help American farmers stay on the farm. In this case, black farmers stay on the farm. We have farmers out in Colorado who are being terrorized, the Mallories. We have black farmers in the state of Tennessee that are getting their land confiscated for a $5 billion Ford plant. These are real issues that are facing black farmers, and the White House is not helping us address them. And this president hasn't granted the meeting. And as my daddy would say, Victor, you either do what you say you're going to do, or you went back on your word.
Okay, so
the president gave me an eye to eye and said that he would have this meeting, and it hasn't happened.
So you say you didn't get the meeting, and let me quote the president here, because I think in this case it is applicable. The president often says, "Do not compare me to the Almighty, compare me to the alternative." Now, I first interviewed you during the Trump years, and of course you and the organization were active far before that. If you're not endorsing President Biden, I can't imagine, based on our conversations, that a Trump endorsement is coming. Will you campaign against the president? Will you endorse someone else? Where do you stand since you were influential in trying to help the president get elected in 2020?
Well, Victor, I got a mule named Jesus, and I plan to take this mule all around the country and meet with our membership. And hopefully there'll be some other candidates that will come out. I heard the candidate name out there earlier on CNN last weekend. So hopefully there'll be some other names that could come out that would take these issues seriously and say, hey, board, we're going to help you make sure that Black and other farmers of color stay on the farm and continue the generational whereabouts for Black and other farmers in this country. That's what we need. And this administration, in my opinion, the president isn't doing it. And if he's watching, or the people in the White House are watching, and leadership in Congress, they failed too. And the Democratic leader said the climate wasn't right to help Black farmers. Well, when is the climate going to be right? We're facing extinction. We're down from 1 million Black farmers in this country down to 50,000. So when is the climate going to be right? When there's no more left? That's why I plan on raising the visibility and making sure that the issues of Black and other farmers of color remain viable and in the presidential conversation.
All right, John Boyd Jr., thank you for joining us, and we'll keep in contact to see if the communication lines reopen. Thanks so much for your time.